Thanks, guys. What the hell just fell?
I love that I compete in fitness because in my mind, bodybuilding is an art, and I don't think there's any division within our sport that truly shows how much art goes into bodybuilding. And in fitness, there's no other category that you can for sure choreograph and become an individual person like the way you can in fitness, where you take sport and bodybuilding and put it into one, and art together. It's almost like the only thing I can really compare it to is ballet, but at the same time ballet is so exact, kind of like I was talking about gymnastics, that it's not really like ballet either. So you take grace, bodybuilding, art, strength, power, everything, and you put it into this thing called fitness. And so you make your own definition of what that is. And that's what I love about fitness. People that fitness is not there's no defined exact definition of what fitness is. And so if you love art, you love bodybuilding, you can make fitness what you want to make it. After me, there's really no other people like me. Before me, there was no one like them. And that's what I love about fitness. It's not like exactly like bodybuilding where you got to get bigger shoulders, you got to get bigger legs. Like, there is an art to fitness, and in the bodybuilding part of it, it is building a physique that you find beautiful. But there is also that athletic part of it that I find very unique, and it keeps me feeling very individual. I came to Florida right after I graduated college, which was in 2015. And I came down here, I needed a change, and I really liked the weather. So I decided, let's see what Florida's all about. And I guess I've been here since.
So as the gym changed, the members changed. The people that started coming into the gym, I started getting IFBB pros. I started getting people that were very serious about training, that wanted to put their headphones on and train. No talking on cell phones, no BSing in the gym, just here to train. And it created a different environment. And then Ariel and other pros started coming here. And when you watch these people train, they move quietly through the gym, they train hard, and it's not a big hoopla. They're here to do what they have to do. They're in and out. And they're an inspiration to the younger members in the gym. The kids see DT, they see Ariel, and they want to be like them. They want to emulate them. So they too train hard without all the hoopla.
With legs, I usually won't try to overdo it. So I get really pumped in my quads. It's like I'm gonna move on to hamstrings, let the pump die down a little bit, and then go back to quads if I feel like I didn't work them enough. Sometimes I just feel like some muscles are getting more activated than others. So I tailor my workouts with a little bit more of how I feel, rather than like I have a strict exact plan of like how I'm working out. The other thing is when you're in a real gym and there's some like equipment being taken, I'm not gonna like stop my workout. So it is what it is. You gotta kind of improvise sometimes. Because I always train legs different. So there's never one leg day that's going to be exactly the same for me as the next leg day, which I know a lot of bodybuilders will say that's like not how you train, but that's how I train and it's worked very well for me. I do think obviously if you've never done anything before in the gym and you have someone to guide you, at least you have like a baseline to start with. And then you might say, well, 80% of that works, but these certain things don't work. And you have to be smart enough to know that every single person is gonna have a different routine that works for them and what they feel is best for them, so. I've trained with that, yeah, I have trained like that for legs, but it's just not a good look for me on stage. I don't mind training like that, like I actually enjoy it, but I don't look, like if I was doing wellness, I'd probably be doing that, because it just builds my quads in a more thick, gives me more of a thickness that I don't need. So for my body type and my look that I'm going for, it's just not a conducive way to train. I do like training like that, but like legs is not my favorite to train. Because this is kind of annoying for me, just being honest. I like to train like a bodybuilder, but I also have a goal on stage to look a certain way, and if I train that way, I'm not going to look the way I need to on stage. This was my mom's better body card. Oops. Let me make it so.
And that's her membership card, or
this
what?
was her membership card, yeah. She said she just found it the other day.
That's so cool.
I know. Oops.
Lost fee, $25. I'll be losing your stuff.
Kind of expensive actually for back then. Yeah, look.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's actually how I got into bodybuilding, was because both my parents wanted to compete, and then like actually never ended up competing. So I was an only child, and I think I was 5 when I went to, yeah, I was 5 when I went to my very first bodybuilding show, which was actually in Pittsburgh. So Gary, you had a show in Pittsburgh, and we were there on vacation or something, and my parents were like, let's go see this show while we're here. And I remember it was like all ages, like it must have been like Masters Nationals. So there was like 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds. And then back then there was only fitness and bodybuilding. So I did gymnastics and dance, and when I saw when I saw the fitness, I was like, this is so cool. Like, I was like, I want to do that. Just thought it was super, super cool. I did gymnastics, so like when I would watch the fitness, it was like girls that were like kind of like in shape, like not like it is today where it's like figure, like because that's what fitness kind of looks like now. And there was also like as many girls doing bikini nowadays that were doing fitness, because your option was either bodybuilding or fitness. If you wanted to be like feminine, fitness was like the more feminine option. So most of the women that were doing bodybuilding that said like, I'm not going to be that muscular, I'm going to try fitness. And then fitness just got obviously overcrowded, and then there was a lot of girls that were like, well, I can't really do the routine, and it's not fair because my body might look good, but my routine's not that good. So then they came out with figure, and then a lot of girls stopped doing fitness because obviously it was a lot easier to do figure without doing a routine. But the girls that still had the passion for the routine and the dance and the actual choreography and performance on stage stuck with fitness. And obviously the industry evolved a lot from there, because now we have a lot more divisions than just figure, fitness, and bodybuilding. There was a lot of girls that actually did gymnastics that went straight into fitness, like they were done with college or whatever and they wanted to do fitness. And the gymnastics body is very similar to a fitness body, so it just kind of streamlined across, and gymnasts love to perform. So what I remember is like Susie Curry, and in that era, there was just, everybody had amazing skills. It was like skill after skill, and you didn't even know which routine was better than the next. And it was just, wow, honestly. So it was just really inspiring to see girls that were not only just working out in the gym, and then for me doing gymnastics, I knew how much effort it took to not just do gymnastics, but to take that work and then put it into something else and shine there. So it was just very respectable to see, and something I really always looked up to, because in gymnastics you kind of have, like, they give you room to be yourself, but there's obviously a lot of rules, and like you can't do anything that teeters off the like the rules and what they're going to judge you for. Where fitness, you could kind of make up your own, do your own thing and be your own person with the rules that are like with the skills that they say you need to have on stage, and so you can interpret that the way you want to interpret it. And that's what I really like about fitness too, because I can still be myself but not necessarily like conform to like a certain rules. So like I competed when I was a kid, and then I competed and I got my pro card when I just turned 17. And I mean, kind of like we were talking about with life, like where there's an order for things. It just wasn't my time to get on stage as a pro at 17. Like, first of all, my body wasn't developed the way that I needed to do well as a pro. And for me as an athlete, I don't like to do things unless I'm going to do it very well. That's just an inherent trait that I have. So I knew if I was to get on stage at 17, I'm probably not going to be a very good pro. Like, I was good, but you're 17 going up against women that are in their, I mean, at the youngest, late 20s, which is my age now. So obviously, if you look at my body now in comparison to when I'm 17, it's going to be a big difference. So this is, let's start with the top, I guess. It's the Miss Fitness International First Place 2022 trophy with the Arnold Sportsbook, which was for the entire Arnold Classic of 2018. And they said there were, I believe there was only like down to like 2 or 3 pictures that they chose from for the cover, and I ended up being on the cover, so I felt that was like a huge honor, honestly. 5th place Arnold 2018, 2 4th place Olympia medals from 2020 and 2021. My first pro win, which was the Toronto Pro in 2016. 5 Olympia participation medals. Those are the only participation medals that I would ever showcase. I don't even know what that one is. Oh, 6th place. That one really means a lot to me because that was my first Arnold. And then this is 2nd place Toronto when I went to go defend my title. I didn't do such a good job. And then these are some, actually that was from my company for hearing aids. I was Rookie of the Year. I mean, I guess the most sales. And 1st place Miami Pro, Guest Posing Award. This was part of my Tampa 1st place award, which is over there. My jacket for being the Arnold champion. This was my sword for winning Tampa Pro in 2020, as well as my medal. Some more Arnold trophies. One of these was my first pro show. I got 3rd, and then the other one was 1st place Phoenix Europa in 2017. So I guess we're gonna keep adding some more medals and trophies this year.
Presenting the first place award to Germany Studying and Sons. They will take the first place award, the check for $25,000, and the title.
Like you said, what do you want out of life? Like in me, like I've had a lot of quote unquote success at like a young age, but a lot of it really has to do with just like winning, being in a 1st place spot. But a lot of people at the spot like that are not in that position, they say, well, they want to be a winner, and that's what they want out of, some people want out of life. But if you don't have anything behind that, and you just keep winning, and there's nothing to like give you joy behind the scenes, then that's totally an completely empty thing to get to win. Like, let's just put it that way. For me, this time when I won, there was so much that went behind it that like I fully accepted that I might not win, and it really would be okay if I didn't, because I was so proud of how much work I put into what I did, and all these years of growth really into the competitor that I am now made me just feel like it didn't matter if I won. And so when I did win, it just was like a whirlwind of you want to feel alive. Like, that was a moment of feeling alive, because everything just kind of came together in that moment. I've never got 1st, so when they're calling 2nd, you kind of almost expect them to say your name just because it's what you're used to. And I truly thought that as soon as they would say my name if I did win, that I would start crying, but the energy in the room was so positive. I've never heard so much happiness. And it just was, that was something that, like, the crowd's energy made me feel so alive in that moment that I could never take that moment away, like, back. That was just incredible. And being Terminator and getting the award from the Terminator himself, I really feel like that was a historic moment. Especially, well, I mean, for me in my life, that's definitely something I'm never gonna forget. But as far as the Arnold goes, I really do feel like that was somewhat of a historic moment. No one else in the industry of bodybuilding could ever be the Terminator while they get an award on stage unless you're doing fitness. And I don't think it'll happen again.